Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jimmy, and in today's video we will unbox and get a first look at the brand new Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra. You're able to get this in 6 different colors. 4 of them are available everywhere, where 2 of them are online exclusives. When it comes down to the colors that are available everywhere, that will be black, white, sky blue, and cobalt violet, which is this color right here. When it comes down to the online exclusive colors, that will be the silver shadow and pink gold. For the pricings of the Galaxy S26 series, the Galaxy S26 Ultra, this one starts at $1,299, which is the exact same price point of last year. When it comes down to the Galaxy S26, that starts at $899. For the S26 Plus, that is $1,100. I will be placing those links below this video inside the description, as well as the top pinned comment. Those are exclusive links that comes from Samsung. So this way you can get exclusive deals. So this way you're able to save extra cash when you are pre-ordering any of the Galaxy S26 devices. For the sizes of all 3, the Galaxy S26 Ultra, this one's sitting at 6.9 inch. That has the Quad HD Plus display. It also comes with that privacy display. The other 2 devices does not have privacy display, which means you have privacy that's built into the screen. So what it's able to do is it's able to either show you wide pixels or narrow pixels. When you're in the narrow pixels, that means only you are able to view your screen, and it's not going to be a wide shot for other people around your shoulder or next to you to view your display. When it comes down to the Galaxy S26, that is a 6.3 Full HD Plus, and for the Galaxy S26 Plus, it's a 6.7 Quad HD Plus display. For what's inside the box, it'll be your Galaxy device. Also underneath the hood, inside of here is housed your quick start guide, as well as your Type-C to Type-C charging cable. One of the things that it doesn't come with is the better, faster, more powerful charging brick. You'll have to purchase that one separately, or if you have a charging power station at home that's able to charge at 60 watts, because the Galaxy S26 Ultra is able to charge at 60 watts versus the 45 watt charging it used to have. So rather than going from 0 to 50% in 30 minutes, you're able to go from 0 to 75% in 30 minutes. And also when it comes down to wireless charging, this one's able to wirelessly charge at 25 watts versus the past 15 watts. Since we're speaking about charging, the battery capacity of the Galaxy S26 Ultra is the same as last year. It's a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, but because it has the customized Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 processor, it is able to process things a little bit more efficiently and a little bit faster. So this way it's going to hopefully give you a better battery life. So for example, the NPU, which is really kind of the AI features, it's able to go much quicker because it is 39% faster. The GPU is 24% faster, and the CPU is 19% faster. So every single time you get a newer, better gen of a Snapdragon, especially when it's customized for a Samsung phone, it will be a little bit more efficient, helping the battery life. When it comes down to the camera setup, it's almost identical to the Galaxy S25 Ultra, but what you will get is for that 200 megapixel wide camera sensor, it has a wider aperture, so it's able to get better photos and videos, especially in dimly lit situations. And it goes for the same with the 50 megapixel 5x zoom, that also has a wider aperture. For those of you that want to know exactly what the aperture is, so right over here, this is the 200 megapixel wide angle lens. The aperture is f1.4, which is crazy. This one right up over here, this one is that 50 megapixel ultra wide. This is f1.9. Some other cameras out there are in the f2 point whatevers, and so this right here is able to bring in more light. So if you want to do nightography, if it's for photos or videos, this is going to be the best phone out there for you. Now that we got some of those specs out of the way, let's take a look at this phone. And the first thing that I notice is just how big that camera bump is. So right here on the Galaxy S25 Ultra, right there, you just have basically going from phone to lens. This one, you have a platform that they are all sitting on. So you are going to have a very, very big wobbly experience if you're not using a case. So if you were just laying this on the table like this, it will be moving a ton. But this is the differences between the Galaxy S26 Ultra and the S25 Ultra. Just look at how big and nice those lenses are on the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Let's get a closer look at the S Pen. So right here you can see that where the slot is right at the curvature of the phone. So this is where you'll have the S Pen button where you're able to click it in, click it out. it will have a curve with it too. So let's say that you take this out, you flip it around, so now it is inserted basically backwards. You're going to have a little bit of a bump outwards for it. I don't know if it's going to be noticeable or if it's going to work with a case. I don't have a case for this just yet, but when you put in your S Pen in backwards, you're going to have that little bump right there because again, this has its own little curvature. So this is why the S Pen has a slight curve when it comes down to the button itself. Peeling off the top right here, let's get this thing turned on and started. And there are a few features that I want to show off here in this video. The rest of it, I have to play with it. I have to get some pictures, got to get some videos, and just really kind of experience a lot of these brand new features. Some of these features on the Galaxy S26 Ultra is specific to only the S26 Ultra, as some of it is hardware. Example would be the privacy screen. So either you can make the full entire screen have a privacy screen effect to it, where it is basically narrowing all of those pixels to only you to view, whoever is holding it. And then for those other pixels, they are just wider, so you have this type of look right here. So you can see that you can still see the display when you are turning it away. That means that all of these pixels here are wide, and then whatever you choose, if you want it to be just notifications to be the privacy screen, if you want it to be a full application or the full screen, or even the areas where you type in your passwords, you can make just those areas be private. So we're going to go through this setup process here, and I'm going to show you a few features. Some of them is going to be the privacy display. I also want to show you the horizontal lock in the camera, and also possibly the audio eraser when you're using Netflix or YouTube. So if you're watching a YouTube video and there's a lot of background noise, you can, as you're watching YouTube, you can actually do the audio eraser on that. As we are getting this phone ready, this is the point in the video I want to state that if you're brand new here at the channel, join me as promo. You appreciate these tips, tricks, tutorials, and the latest information on your Samsung Galaxy devices, especially the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Make sure you guys stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the bell for notifications to get notified for all future videos, because now I will be focusing a lot of these videos here on the Galaxy S26. Now that the phone is turned on, let's take a look at a few brand new features. And the first one we'll take a look at is a world's first. So this is a world's first privacy screen built into the phone. This is done via hardware. It's not being done with a privacy screen protector that you'd have to go out and purchase separately. And I believe that one really only works if you were to go left and right. I don't know if it works when you go up and down. I've actually never owned one, but I do know for sure that it works when you go left and right. So the ones that's next to you cannot see your screen. So there is a couple places you can go through and you can change some of these settings. You can go right there to your quick settings. It's right there for privacy display. You can do a press and hold, so this way you can go into some of those quick little settings. Now the other place that you can go is going to be through the normal settings. You go right inside of the settings, scroll down, and then you take a look at display, and here is privacy display. You can see right now it is turned off. Now, when you turn this one on, it's just going to work with everything. So anytime that you go and you move it over to the left or to the right, or up and down, it's going to make your display have its privacy. You also have an option for maximum. So right here, I can still see the device. It's turned quite a bit. Now, when you turn on the maximum, it's going to go to that privacy screen much quicker. So you have less of an angle. Again, when you go to the maximum privacy, it's going to have those pixels be more narrow than right here. So this is still more narrow. So this way it's not those wide pixels that everybody can view at all angles. So let's turn on that maximum privacy protection, and you also have more conditions. So first off, you can just turn it on privacy display. It's going to work anywhere and everywhere. But let's say that you turn off that privacy display. So you can still see that you can see everything when I am twisting the device. So you can see pretty much all of the angles, but I do have conditions. So underneath my calendar, I have it to where if I open up the calendar, you're not able to view my device from the side. Same thing with my PIN, my pattern, my password, and notification pop-ups. So you can go right inside of there. You can turn these ones on. So here is that PIN, pattern, and password. You can turn this one on for all of those. And then here is your notifications pop-up. And then you can go right inside of applications. So if there are particular applications you don't want people to see and the other stuff you really don't care, this is where you can turn them on. So maybe you don't want people peering over your shoulder, taking a look at Facebook, taking a look at your Instagram, really anything that's kind of important to you. You know, maybe it could be my files, and then you just go through the rest of them. So here you can see that we have the privacy display turned off. All you got to do is just turn this one on if you want it to work. But I want to show you what it looks like when you're using different conditions. So if you don't really care for people to view over your shoulders or from the left or to the right with the rest of your device, you're fine. So you can still see that I have the full wide range. When I go inside of the calendar, now you cannot. So any of those that is to the left and to the right of me, or even above or below, however this may work, you are not able to view my calendar. So right here is the main home page. You can see everything. Also, here is the camera. You can view everything as I am rotating it. And one last time, you cannot see my calendar. So you can see that the full entire privacy display is still turned off. But let's say that we want to go through and maybe somebody sent you a text message. So immediately, straight on, you can view it, but to the side, nobody to the left or to the right is able to view that message that just went through. So again, I'm going to put it to the side right there. You can see how it's just black, but I am able to read it. So those are perfect examples of showing off how you're able to hide just partial screen, where it's showing off where it's able to block out notifications coming through. You can do the same thing where anywhere you're typing in your password. And we also did it with applications. Now let's head over into a really cool feature. This is where you're able to use audio eraser inside of YouTube. You can also use it in Netflix. And if you go inside of Netflix, you can even use the option to increase just, let's say, the voice. So if you're watching movies where there's a lot of music or a lot of background noises and it's hard to hear what people are stating, you can actually improve the voice and you can just have it elevated. But here, let's say that you're watching a YouTube video and this is of me last year over at Unpacked, and there was a lot of background noise. So I'm going to just hit play. You're going to hear the background noise, and then I'm going to turn on the audio eraser of YouTube and it's able to cancel it out.
The Galaxy Z Flip 7. Now I'm not going to do a full feature.
So that's a lot of background noise.
Of both of these devices. It's only the specific key differences between last year's model of the Fold 6 versus the Fold 7.
And that is how you're able to tell a big, massive difference with audio eraser. So that was a perfect example of showing off the audio eraser. Now, I'm in YouTube and nothing is being played, so there is no audio eraser for me to use. When you hit that play button again, then you swipe down, that is where you find the audio eraser. So right now we are inside of YouTube. I am not playing the video and you don't have the option for audio eraser. Now, when you do hit on the play button and I turned it down, this is where you can swipe down. You have the option for audio eraser. So you can tap that little icon on, it's going to work. But if you actually tap on the full thing, this is where you have additional settings. So you can change the strength of how much you would like to have the unwanted background noise, to be taken down. Now, here's the other thing. If you go into that strength and you want all that background noise to come down, what's going to happen is it'll also toggle on the option for voice focus. So maybe you need to focus more on the voice with this video. It's going to lower the volume of all music and other noise and boost voices. So again, this is where it's going to help out with Netflix if you're watching a movie where, again, there's a lot of music, a lot of sounds, you can't hear the voice. This is where you're able to toggle it on and you can bring in more voice focus with it. And it'll only pop in when you go over to the maximum strength. And now for the last thing I want to show off in today's video, which make sure you guys stay tuned, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to have many more videos coming out after this. I just wanted to get this thing unboxed, get a good look at it, and show you a few brand new features. So I will be going over everything that is brand new with it. I'm going to talk about the top 10 features, and I'm going to talk about everything that you should do the moment you get yourself the Galaxy S26. Now, when you go inside of the camera and you head over into video, there was a setting there from before that is called Super Steady. Super Steady is where if you are running, right next to somebody that is maybe riding a bicycle for the first time, and as you are jogging and running and you want to get the most smooth footage, you have to turn on Super Steady. Right now it is turned off. It's that Running Man with the little line through it. Super Steady is turned off. When you go through and you turn this one on, now you can like bump your phone, even if you have like a wiggly hand or whatever. Once you hit on the record button, all of this right here, you're not even going to see everything move. It's going to be a very, very smooth, silky video. But what they did is they went a step further and they did the horizontal lock with Super Steady. Now this is where I need to go outside and get more shots. I need to have another camera to show all of this off, but for the sake of today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show it right here. So I'm going to hit on this record button and you can see that that dice right there, it is just upright. That number 1 is on the very top. So all I'm going to do now is just rotate my phone. So even if you have shaky hands, even if you rotate this thing, what's going to happen is as long as you finish where you started, you hit on that little stop. Now, let's say that we want to watch this video back, and this is what we just did. So you're going to see that it's very smooth, even though I'm even moving it with a couple different hands. And you can see that it stayed upright, even though I kind of took it off of the frame a little bit because everything was in reverse for me. So you can see that it is perfect. That one stayed on the top the whole time. So that's everything I wanted to talk about today. We talked about a few of the specs, all of the different colors, the prices, the sizes, and also some brand new features for the Galaxy S26 Ultra. So really, if you're looking for a newer device, maybe you haven't bought anything for a few years, this is definitely a really good step up, especially with that hardware that was added in for that privacy display, and also the better cameras when it comes down to nightography for photos as well as videos. And you also have the faster charging. So it has the 60-watt charging versus the 45-watt charging for when you're plugging in. It also has the faster wireless charging, which is 25 watts versus 15. So there's a lot of hardware changes with this, even versus just last year. But hopefully you guys have appreciated this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Subscribe on the very bottom left-hand side. And if you like this video, then more than likely you'll also like this video. And I'll see you guys later.